What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Minnesota Twins franchise on MLB The Show 18. Big episode today as we continue season number 4. Our opening series didn't really go as planned, losing 2 out of 3 to the Chicago Cubs. But now we host the Chicago White Sox, a team that is ready to compete now that they have gone through the opening stages of their rebuild process, much like we did to open up this series. They have spent a lot of money in recent years, and they've developed some key prospects, and now they look like a team that could be able to compete for the AL Central title. They are much better competition this year, and we're going to focus on games against them today. Yadier Alvarez takes the mound 1 year after a solid starting season, and now hoping to take it a step further. And there is the prized free agent signee of the White Sox. Going from the north side to the south side of Chicago, Anthony Rizzo, now the first baseman here for the Sox. Falling behind here to Alvarez, who blows a 95-mile-per-hour heater right by him for strike 3. We'll go into the second. Here is Jose Abreu with a grounder getting through the infield. The top of this order is looking really good. And here's the 5-hitter. It's Todd Frazier belting a long ball to left center. That is way out of here for a 2-run home run traveling nearly 400 feet. The way this offense has changed reminds me of what we did last season. There is a lot to worry about. Let's go bottom 2 facing Jose Quintana. And he left the breaking ball for Nelson Cruz. That ball may never come down. Way up in the third deck, solo home run. 450 feet. If you like hitting breaking balls in this game, it doesn't get much better than that one. Quintana just left right over the middle. A towering home run. This is one of the best we've seen here from Nelson Cruz, last year's home run derby champion. We'll continue on, top of the third inning now with the White Sox up 2-1. Andrew McCutchen goes down swinging. When Alvarez stays under control, he's really good. There's a changeup on the outside corner, and then a soft grounder hit by Rizzo. Good work here facing the 2 and 3 hitters that time by Yadier Alvarez. We'll jump ahead to the 5th inning, back to Andrew McCutchen, runner on first base and 2 outs. Alvarez already getting that pitch count toward his limit as this is sent out to left field, caught by Charlie Blackmon. We make it through 5, only allowing 2. Not bad facing a pretty good offense. We'll go bottom 5 with Miguel Sano, and he has really come on strong these last couple seasons at the plate. He's been one of our more reliable hitters. Here's Yasiel Puig, who had just 1 hit in the Cubs series. I'm really excited about what he can bring to this offense. And there's TC pumping up the crowd, trying to get behind the new hitter. 1-0 count from Quintana. Fastball in there. Even count. Quintana misses. And the 3-2 grounded up the middle. 4-6-3 double play. Not much yet from Yasiel Puig in a Twins uniform. Next up, it's Mitch Garver. In the first series against the Cubs, we saw him hit the ball really well. Here's another base hit up the middle. Jorge Polanco also had a good series. Quintana throwing some really tough strikes. I was impressed by his control after the Cruz home run. A bad chase by Polanco ends the inning, and we continue on to the 6th. Alvarez stays in the game facing Anthony Rizzo, who beats the shift. I wanted to see Alvarez make it through this 6th inning. Here's Jose Abreu. Jammed grounder. Play there for Goldschmidt. Got 1. Return from Polanco in time. And there's 2 quick outs. Next up, Todd Frazier, who went yard earlier. 0-1 pitch. Sent to right field. That ball is gone. He was the 1 hitter Alvarez had trouble with. Second home run of the day. He drove in all 3 runs to this point. And then we call on Will Smith, looking to see what the lefties can add to the bullpen. And when I've played here with Will Smith, I can tell he just feels special. He can get some filthy strikeouts like this one against Yoan Moncada. Bottom 6, Minnesota, still facing Quintana. The pitch count was really good. I think we've played against Quintana before, and he pitches to contact quite a bit. But after the Cruz home run, He kept hitting the corners, and he threw strikes that I wanted absolutely no part of. Facing Josh Harrison, we get something to hit there, but it comes with 2 outs. Can the Twins rally? Here's Goldschmidt. First pitch, grounded to short. That pitch was left up, but Goldie can't do anything with it. Quintana makes it through 6, only allowing the 1 solo shot. We sim through some of the later frames here. Will Smith gives up an RBI hit to Tim Anderson, and the White Sox began to pile on the success here with all the singles. 5-1 Sox going bottom 8. Runner aboard for Goldschmidt. That one's going a long way. Left center and deep. See you later. Home run. I thought Goldie could have gone yard on the pitch he saw in the previous at-bat. He wasn't going to miss twice. That would be it for Jose Quintana. A pretty good performance for him, all things considered. And now 4 outs left for Chicago. This is lined into right field down the line. And Nelson Cruz is going to be in with a double, his 2nd extra base hit of the day. Miguel Sano, 2-2, tough take. Full count, easy take. And Sano walks, putting the go-ahead run at the plate. Big spot for Yasiel Puig. Just 1 hit still to this point in his Twins career. 1-0 count. Puig popped it up in foul territory. It's just not clicking for him at the plate right now. Twins leave 2 aboard, and we head to the 9th. Hoping to keep it a 2-run game, but a runner at second base and a drive to right field. Headed to the high wall. That is off the wall, and Puig goes down. That scores 1, and it's a triple. It's been tough enough for Puig at the plate. Now the wall gets the best of him, and the White Sox go on to win the game. That was Charlie Tilson, by the way, who drove that ball. That was a nice swing. Twins fall to 1-3. Chicago moves to 3-1. White Sox win 8-3. Mitch Garver got hurt during this game, so he's going to miss the next couple, as Justin O'Connor is now going to start. Let's dive into Game 2, the first start of Gary Tadano's young career. He had some bullpen appearances last year being added to the active roster, but this is start number 1 for a pitcher I have high hopes for. Opening against Tim Anderson, there's a strike on the inside, and then Anderson on the second pitch. That one hits the chalk, goes down the line, and with blazing speed, Anderson's in with a leadoff double. Andrew McCutchen up next, and that's lined hard to first base, out number 1. Next up, Anthony Rizzo. Fouled off, he falls behind. Tadano gets his first career strikeout against one of the top hitters in the major leagues. Trying to strand Anderson at second. Jose Abreu, nope, it's down the line. And there's the first run scored against Tadano. Second double of the inning for Chicago, as we'll dive into the second inning where the first homer is allowed by Tadano. Yoan Moncada out to the right field porch. 2-0 Sox. Tadano, a strikeout pitcher from Japan, the 2nd player we ever drafted in this series. I like his sidearm delivery, has a pretty good cutter, and throws a mid-90s fastball, and this one gets Charlie Tilson swinging. Compared to Maxwell Fowler, he has a lot more strikeout upside. Let's go bottom 2. Here's a drive from Sano. Way out left field and deep. It has a shot, and it's gone. Home run. Almost robbed in left field, but thankfully it goes into the first row and then the flower bed. And how about that bounce? That got some serious height. 2-1 White Sox. Yasiel Puig up next. Fouls off a pretty good pitch, but falls behind in the count, and then chops one softly to the right side. Retired yet again. We'll stay in the second inning. Justin O'Connor, the catcher, had some time down at AAA, actually tore his Achilles a couple years ago, and now gets a big hit to left center field, and that's going to tie the game. O'Connor does have B potential. I'm excited to see him develop now alongside Mitch Garver, the new starter. Good to see him step in for Mitch and get the big hits. Here's Byron Buxton, and his offense is improving, lined into center. O'Connor doesn't run that well, so he's not going to test it. Instead, the chance is given here to Josh Harrison, who grounds it up the middle, stopped, and the throw is there. White Sox retire us, but we do tie the game back up. Top 3, Andrew McCutchen facing Tadano, and he'll drive this one to right center field. There you go. This is a really good lineup, and it reminds me of what we did after Season 2. All the offense that we were able to add into our 1 through 5 spots. But there's a big strikeout again. Tadano got Rizzo for the second time in a row. 2-2 to Jose Abreu, and that's going to left center. Tough play for Blackman, who stretches out and can't make the catch. That scores the 3rd run for Chicago. Kevin Smith, the catcher, falls behind. 1-2, cutter right down the middle. It's untouchable. Big strikeout for Gary Tadano. Ups and downs here in his first career start, and another hit allowed sharply into left field. Anderson, 3-1, taps one left for Sano. Tough play. Anderson's too quick. 2 on for Anthony Rizzo. This could be trouble for Gary Tadano. And after striking him out twice, we walk him to load the bases. White Sox had advanced the runner on a quick sacrifice, so they're loaded for Abreu. And Tadano falls behind. 2-0, Abreu gets a hold of it. This is going out to center. Buxton back! Grand slam! White Sox open the game up in a big way. Abreu with his 3rd of the season already in just 6 games. And that helped the White Sox secure another victory over the Twins. Tadano had some good moments, but that grand slam sure ruined everything. The Twins offense also could not score beyond the 2nd inning that they put together, so a decisive victory for the White Sox. They win 8-3 and then 7-2. That takes us into our last game of the series, and I was really concerned by all the fatigue for our lineup, so I decided to start a lot of the backups. One thing that's nice though is that when you're in a losing streak, you need to have an ace that you can count on to hopefully end it. And we have that pitcher in Dallas Keuchel. He takes the mound here against Chicago in Game 3. They're already guaranteed to win the first series between us this year. And Rizzo continues to struggle. He didn't struggle in the opening series, though. He was actually hitting .458 coming into this very game. Starting at DH, there is Willie Ordonez. The fans giving him a nice applause as Ordonez pops up in foul territory and can't do much here in his first at-bat of the season. Here's Taylor Motter, our new utility specialist this year. He'll also pinch run a little bit, but when someone needs a rest, he'll likely be the one to start. His first at-bat is driven to center, and Motter flies out. We'll go top 3 here. Runner aboard for Chicago, and Charlie Tilson. Hard grounder over to Motter. Maybe could have gone to second, but gets the for sure play. Good defense there by Motter. Big reason why he was signed. But then Keuchel misses badly against Kevin Smith, the 9-hitting catcher who's off to a great start this season, and he clobbers the 2-0 home run. To this point, the Twins still never had a lead in this series. Here's Byron Buxton, nearly got that one to go his way. That's well foul. 3-2, he'll walk. I really want to see that on-base percentage climb this year for Buxton. 0-2 count now to Charlie Blackman. As Buxton goes, he'll take second with ease. Blackman couldn't do anything in his at-bat, so Goldschmidt next. Pounded to third base. Can't advance Buxton. We're playing very awful small ball. We're just not advancing runners. We're relying on stolen bases and wild pitches. It's not what I want to see from this team. Nelson Cruz now just needs a hit, but swings through a fastball. The next pitch is another fastball at 94. Michael Wacha, one of the pitchers they signed this year, finishes the inning. We'll go bottom 4. Runner aboard here for O'Connor, who gets another hit up the middle. 2 aboard for Minnesota, but with 2 outs. Taylor Motter with an RBI opportunity. Breaking ball hit on the ground. White Sox retire the side yet again. And the Twins offense still struggling, looking for answers. Bottom 5. Buxton looks in disbelief as Wacha paints the corner with a fastball. 2-0 Sox in the 6th, and this is Tim Anderson. He'll supply the pop as well. There's a big solo home run to left field, 3-0 White Sox. One thing to also keep in mind is that in the previous games, our bullpen was completely gassed. They had to pitch a lot. So in this game, I wanted to see Keuchel throw a lot of innings, even if they were getting some hits, like you saw that home run from Anderson. But he makes it through 6, only allowing the 3. We go bottom of the 6th. Breaking ball left for Ordonez, and that's out to left field. That's the first homer of his major league career. Willie Ordonez, a part of our first draft class in this series. He has very good contact, adequate power. I think he could be our future DH. Maybe a bench player, but his bat is definitely ready for this opportunity. And it's great to see him be the one to get us going here in a series where we have struggled. I'm not sure if his defense is up to par, but I wanted him on this team for his hitting. And here's the silent treatment in the dugout. And eventually they all congratulate the young rookie on his first career long ball, with hopefully many more on the way. Yunel Escobar, bottom 6, that is grounded over to short. Waka makes it through 6, only allowing 1. Keuchel into the 7th here. Pitch count, not too much of an issue for him, but now the White Sox beginning to get their offense going. 2 straight hits to start things here. He stays in. This is the ex-twin, Robbie Grossman, and that is away from O'Connor. Both runners advance. Grossman, 2-2, into left field, has a chance to fall, but it's caught. Blackman makes the catch, and that's too close to tag. Keuchel trying to finish the 7th. Base is loaded, and Tilson to deep second base. No play. Put that one in just the perfect spot. White Sox score. Kevin Smith, base is loaded, poke to right. In comes Cruz, can't catch it, and it bounces over his head. That scores 2, and it will clear the bases. Kevin Smith with the triple, and it's 7-1 Chicago. I know I left him in for too long, but it didn't stop the offense. Kevin Quackenbush gave up a home run to McCutcheon, and the White Sox sweep us in dominant fashion, and I am starting to seriously worry about this team. Are we just simply not a good baseball team? Last year we had an outstanding first half of the season, and then in the second half we were not even a 500 team. Now the struggles are carrying into season 4. Maybe this is who this team really is, and we just didn't realize it. All those games were at home, and that just makes it even worse now that we're traveling on the road. And our first road game is a shutout against the Detroit Tigers. The Twins continuing to struggle offensively. We lose again to Detroit. We suffer an injury to Tanner English, and the Tigers sweep us. We go on the road to Kansas City. They win the first game. We thankfully take the next one 9-4, but then quickly fall to Kansas City in the next 2 games, putting up a combined 1 run. The Blue Jays are next here back at Target Field. They win the first game. On the weekend game here, we end up winning 5-0 and take the series. Maybe some positive momentum going forward, but the start to the year is a 4-12 record. I am stunned at the level this team is playing at. We have scored 44 runs in 16 games. If we look at the stats, Byron Buxton is actually having a decent year by his standards. Mitch Garver and Jorge Polanco are producing. Charlie Blackmon is not the same this year. Goldschmidt's under 200. There's still a lot of time for these numbers to get back to where they should be. Yasiel Puig has struggled, and actually his ratings are being negatively affected right now. Here's a look at that. We're seeing his overall go down by 2. His power is decreased. That hasn't worked out to this point. Thankfully, there's a lot of time left. And now the ERAs. It's basically bad for the bullpen, good for the starters. We had a great series against Toronto, and that probably helped out the numbers more than anything. But the offense is underperforming, and the bullpen is atrocious. This team has serious problems right now. 16 games in, 10% of the season complete already, and we are last place in the AL Central. Nowhere to go but up. And we better start climbing again next episode, or things are going to get really bad around here. We are right now the 27th team in terms of run scoring. Absolutely unacceptable. We are 18th in home runs. I think we should be higher. And we're 26th in team ERA. That is certainly not good enough given our level of investment. Next episode, we take on the Yankees and try to get things back on track. Let me know what you think about this team. Why are we struggling and how can it be fixed sooner than later? Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you see in the future for this team. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you again soon.